This country is in the midst of an epidemic, and I'm not talking about COVID-19. This is a disease that has been drastically skyrocketing in America over the past 5 decades and continuously getting worse. I am talking about the increasingly dangerous problem of obesity in America. The exact date of when obesity became a problem may be difficult to pinpoint. However, it began to be noticeable in America around the 60s and 70s. The main culprit, or maybe a better word would be instigator, is the fast food industry and the mass production of junk food. However, I believe that health education is a far more productive use of our resources to try to alleviate some of the problematic behavior that our nation has succumbed to. Education of healthy lifestyle choices, such as choosing to eat a nutritious diet, regular physical activity, and other healthy habits like sleep schedules and meditational practices, is my solution to the problem of our country's unhealthy behavior. By no means am I a health guru. However, I spent the first 18 years of my life being my mother's guinea pig as she made the journey from crazy health nut to full-on insane vegan, so I'm well versed in the topic. I have also recently been paying much closer attention to my health and well-being since I got sober, and have done major research on proper eating and sleeping habits, supplements, exercise patterns, and even meditation. I went as far as to schedule an appointment with my primary care physician to ask him some questions about healthy habits and how I can improve on them. I will also be going over the unhealthy habits, especially nutritional habits, that Americans possess, the attempted solution to solve our nation's unhealthy habits such as PR campaigns, weight loss pills, and quick fix remedies, and finally state what I believe is the best way that we as a nation can try to put a stop to this growing epidemic. Now that I have previewed our points, let's start by talking about the problem. In his article, 3 Ways That Fail to Solve the Obesity Epidemic, Jay Snardak says that the CDC stated that obesity will soon take over tobacco as the leading preventable cause of death. Harvard School of Public Health discovered that 1/3 of all cancers are due to issues of nutrition, mostly obesity. And it has also been observed that obesity will soon be responsible for more cancers than smoking. This is the overarching problem in America, that obesity and being unhealthy has gotten so bad that it's almost the leading cause of cancer. And you can argue the fact that it's the leading cause of death, because heart disease is the leader, and obesity is the leading cause of heart disease. So now that we've established the problem, we've got to ask ourselves, why is this a problem? Obesity is definitely linked with genetics, don't get me wrong. However, this is absolutely not the main reason that Americans are getting fatter. The main reason is that it has become so inconvenient from the perspective of time and money that families, especially lower income families, cannot afford to make, prepare, or purchase healthy foods. Obesity has also been linked with education. A study done by the CDC in 2017 indicates significantly lower levels of obesity in higher income individuals, about 31%, compared to 40% in middle to low income individuals. In addition, less than 28% obesity levels were indicated in college graduates, while more than 40% rates were indicated in people with a high school education or lower. I believe that these two variables are connected. In lower income areas, less money can be spent on educating their youth and on healthy habits. Thus, we see higher levels of obesity. That's not to say that there hasn't been attempts to address the ongoing problem in this country. Many a First Lady has tried out a new slogan and a new campaign to try to get middle America to get up and exercise and eat right. Yet none of these have a long-lasting effect. Why? 2 reasons come to mind immediately. The first is the longevity of the campaign. It was found by Paula Dempsey that campaigns that were 6 months or longer seemed consistently more successful. Furthermore, in the same study of 14 such social marketing campaigns, only 4 were longer than 6 months. The second issue is that they are either unable or unwilling to target the most important problem, which is the lack of nutrition and abuse of sugar and fat in affordable foods. In his article, The Failure of Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, Kevin Strong addresses that fact. Quote, a 30-minute practice is not enough exercise to burn off the Gatorade that the child brings to rehydrate with. Although these efforts do produce some success when it comes to motivating and informing the public, it is incredibly hard to hold the attention span of an entire nation without hammering it and engraving it into their minds. And that's why I think I've come up with a solution. I think that the most important way we can help start to decline the unhealthy habits and obesity is to target the youth of America. The health education system in this country is abysmal, yet it is the most crucial subject taught in school. Even the school that I went to, which is in a relatively wealthy community, health class was a joke. Furthermore, these types of subjects are completely neglected in lower income communities. In his article, Problems and Progress in Public Health Education, Elena Petriktov and Rito Sadama explain what is lacking. Quote, a key component is how existing knowledge can be made available to the world's poor and marginalized. This message is not new, but it remains to be acted on. Creating and funding a new, extensive lesson plan addressing sex education, diet and nutrition, importance of sleep and exercise, and overall mental health and physical health is imperative to retrain the minds of America's youth and help generate a healthier generation. Although it's a widely discussed topic, many people require the proper training and information to make a difference. This issue is simple in thought, yet the solution is still up to debate. Our country is exhibiting very unhealthy behaviors, and much of the nation has the lack of resources to do anything about it. Although marketing campaigns targeting exercise and healthy habits do provide some motivation and information, the short-term duration and the inability to grasp the main problems leave these campaigns futile. I propose that educating the youth of America about these issues will engrave healthy behaviors in them for years to come, with hopes that they will pass along that information. Unfortunately, unlike COVID-19, this disease cannot be vaccinated. However, knowledge is power, and knowledge can cure this disease. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Bradley Roach.